Welcome to Mystic, Iowa. Located in Appanoose County with a population of 425 people, it's your typical small, rural Iowa town. But Mystic didn't always used to be this small. Back in the early 1900s, coal miners occupied the area, businesses were bustling, and at its peak, there were nearly 3,000 people living here.
Main Street was completely full of buildings, theaters, drugstore, grocery stores, telephone office, of course taverns, which is common, barber shop, millinery shop, bank, dentist, doctor, and now we have nothing.
Teresa Samuel has lived in Mystic her whole life. She reminisces about what it was like back in the 1950s. She says it was the place to be.
There was not an empty space on Main Street, and there were restaurants, and Ringling Brothers Circus came to Mystic once a year, which was a big deal.
But everything quickly changed with the demise of the coal mining industry.
And it's just deteriorated. Of course, the mining's gone, so the town is gone.
Mystic Mayor Carl Clark says since then, the town has struggled to grow.
We don't have enough jobs for the young folks to stay in the community, so our population has been on a declining level so far.
A common thread we're seeing across rural America. For Mystic, the damages really began hitting hard when the high school closed in 1961. Since then, many businesses have left, and just a few years ago, the school board shut down their elementary school.
When I was here, there was churches and stores, and when I raised my kids, there was one store and no churches.
While the town isn't nearly what it used to be, for people like Teresa, that doesn't matter. To her, this is her home.
I have all the wonderful childhood memories, and I can't imagine moving away from the area where you don't know anybody.
Nonetheless, with a small revenue source, the town makes just enough to keep going, yet struggles to fund other things.
We never have enough money for our roads. That's the biggest thing. We never have enough money for that, but we survive with what we have.
Part of that survival stems from the community's effort. Clark says folks will volunteer to help keep the area thriving. In fact, they recently turned what used to be the elementary school into a community center. That center is now maintained solely by the hard work of a few volunteers, who even provide a homemade meal for just $6 twice a week for the whole town, making it a staple of Mystic.
Without them doing that, we probably could not afford our community center. But with the revenue they generate, we're able to keep it open.
As for its future, Clark says it doesn't look great.
I hate to say it, but I think it'll decline just to at least stay the same. I don't look for it to grow. I'd like to say it would, but I don't think it will.
The mayor says he doesn't think it'll ever be unincorporated. The people of Mystic have too much pride to let that happen. In Mystic, Iowa, Aish Menon, KTVO News.